Hi, this is Angela from Get Women Cycling, and we're in Mr. C's Cycles in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Mr. C's has been here for 30 years and have been a member of Get Women Cycling for, well, since we started a year ago. So thank you, Mr. C's, for having us, and to the wonderful staff who helps us all the time. Today we're going to talk about how to figure out the correct inner tube size for you. So there's a few things that you should take note of if you don't already know that. Go to your bicycle now and check the wheel. And on the wheel, look for the tire size on the tire. And if you rotate it enough, you'll come across a label. Let's see, where is this label? On the other side of your tire size. Now there's two numbers here. The first one will be the diameter, and then the second one will be the width of the tire. These two numbers will correlate to the inner tube packaging. So right now what I did was pull some inner tubes that have that correct sizing. The 700 by 28. And because these are rubber, they'll stretch and they'll reach to the width as much as the 32 here. But the next thing that you'll need to pay attention to is what type of valve do you have. Now there's two main valves within the inner tubes. There's the skinny Presta valves, which are on most road bikes, some touring bikes, also some cross bikes. And then there's the Schrader valve, which is the shorter one, fatter, and which most resembles a car tire valve. And that's this one. These you'll find on old like 70s bikes, maybe even 80s bikes, mountain bikes, BMX bikes. You don't really have to worry much more about this if you have a Schrader valve. Just make sure that you know the tire size. But with the Presta valves, there is another component that you should be aware of, and that's the length of the valve. So this one here is our longest one, which is 80 millimeters. They also come in 60, 48, and I believe 32 millimeter. Of course, getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And why this is important is because if you have a rim that has a deep siding to it, you want to make sure that there's enough of a length in the valve so that when you penetrate it and put it through the rim, that you have enough of a spacing on the opposite side that you can actually put the pump and have enough room to adequately fill this inner tube. Unfortunately, the tubes don't say on themselves what is the size of the valve. So if you don't know it offhand and you have a deep rim, I would err on the side of the longer one rather than the shorter. Or what you can do is just take the old rim inner tube and bring it to the bike shop and they can measure it for you. So those are the three things that you'll need to take note of. That was the tire size, the diameter and the width, the type of valve that you have, whether it's a Schrader or the Presta, and here they are again. You can also say fat and skinny. And then if you have the skinny or the Presta valve, what is the actual length? And that length will depend on the depth of your rim. And that's it. So it's Angela from Get Women Cycling. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.